Hi guys. I wanted to share some information that will be super helpful for you as you're making your way through our first couple of Canvas or MyLearning, whatever you want to call it, modules and lessons online. So I'm going to give you a couple of good hints and tricks for what you need to know as you're working through here. So this is what your screen looks like. You have 6th grade ELA. You'll click on that one. Or 7th or 8th grade, this video would apply to all of you. When that course opens, yours looks a little different. You don't have all the buttons I do, but you'll go to modules. That's always the first place to start. And you'll scroll down until you find module 1 for this week. Make sure you go through all the introduction stuff if you're not familiar with how MyLearning works. But if you've been using it in your other classes and you want to jump right in, go ahead. So week 1 for 6th grade is develop an idea. So you click on develop an idea and it opens this screen here in the middle of your page. So the thing about these lessons is that there's a lot of information on the screen, and if you don't know where to look, you might miss some important stuff. So the things I really want you to focus on are this little box down here that says assignment. You want to make sure that you read that every time it says assignment. You want to read it so you know what you're looking for. In this case, it says that you're going to take a quiz to understand how authors use anecdotes to introduce and elaborate on details and people. So make sure you understand that. The other thing you'll see is there's a notes button up at the top if you want to take notes Cornell notes style. There's a glossary, which is like a dictionary, gives you definitions of some words in here you might not know. And there's a print function in case you just do better with paper and you don't want to stare at the screen all day. So those are all good functions to have. But over here, these navigation tabs, that's what I really want to focus on. So you've got arrows that navigate back and forth. Obviously, you guys know how to use those. So you're going to navigate through. There are just a couple of little pieces I want you to understand. Obviously, you're going to need to read all of this information. You're not going to navigate through as fast as I am. I just want to show you some cool features. So sometimes you're going to come to boxes like this, where it asks you to select each image to read the details. So you're going to click on the pictures to get more information. If you forget the directions, there's always a little question mark box that will pop the directions back up for you again. Or if you're just really not feeling the pictures, you can hit show text version and it'll give you the same thing, just without the pretty pictures. That might work better for those of you that have super slow internet, or if you're on a mobile device, like your phone or a tablet. If it has trouble loading all the fancy features, try show text. So you keep going through this module. Sometimes you'll notice that the text, like the print on the page, is a different color. So in this case, see how it says Elena rescues stray cats and Elena saves endangered loggerhead turtles? That means if I scroll over it, it gives me more information. So if it's a different color than everything else on the page, that's designed to make it stand out. And you definitely want to make sure your mouse scrolls over that, or you click on it if you're on a mobile device. Now, sometimes it's going to do question and answers like this page. It says, which of these is an anecdote? And you can just do the text version if you want, again, and it will also give you the answers in the text version, just like in the interactive version. So if you click this one and it's the right answer, it'll say, good job. If you click it and it's the wrong answer, it'll say, no, try again. If you go through any of these and you really just can't understand why the right answer is the right answer, that's the time to email myself or Miss Waddell or Miss Smith or whoever your teachers are, so that you can get your questions answered before you have to take the quiz. The last little feature that you're going to need to understand in MyLearning for this first module is when you see this little book, see how it says open this flip book by selecting the page ends. That's not super specific. They pretty much mean put your mouse over here or your finger if you're on a mobile device and just click, and it will open it up like it's a regular book. And sometimes there's multiple choice things you're going to select. You can also do the text version of the book, but you'll see that it gets kind of long depending on how long the books are. There's a second one in this lesson, and when you hit show text version, it's really long because it's a multi-page book. All right, the last thing you need to know about this lesson before you take the quiz, the only other thing that my students have been having trouble with is when you get all the way to the end, it will remind you again what's your assignment, which is good. You need to understand why you're going through all this. And then when you hit the next button after slide 14, it takes you here. Cool little comic book page, but there's nothing to do here. So in this case, because our navigation buttons at the top have disappeared, you just scroll down and you can hit next, and that will take you to the quiz, which is where you will take your quiz and hopefully earn all of your points. All right, that's it for this video. If you have any questions, please post them in the course discussion or find my Google number, my Google Voice number on the announcement for this page, for this course. You can text me questions. Texting is always the fastest way to get a hold of me, or you can post it here in the course discussion page for this course. All right, I hope to see you soon. Bye, everybody.